Greetings and salutations, Geo nerds. What's this amazing mountain in Jordan in the Middle East got to do with this 200-year-old manual on British Army discipline and this amazing Brisbane lookout? Hang around. We'll find out together. Well, Geo nerds, Mount Nebo. Well, here's Mount Nebo. It's in Jordan. Amazing place. Mount Nebo was where Moses ascended in the land of Moab, today known as Jordan. From there he saw the land of Canaan, the promised land, which God had said he would not enter. So he died. That's it. That's its claim to fame. And it's got a monastery on it, several monasteries on it that celebrate that. And there you go. But that's not why you're watching this video. Of course, it's the Mount Nebo in Brisbane we're going to talk about today.
Much later.
Now, Brisbane's Mount Nebo, which was named after, obviously, the Mount Nebo in the Middle East, is part of the Diaguilar Range. And this is a really nice panning shot of the Diaguilar Range. This range runs from really down there, just north of Ipswich, right up to Mooloolah, and scoots around the back of Sanford and Debra and places like that. Debra used to be called Terrace Creek, by the way. You see it on maps, that's what they're talking about. Mount Nebo is in this range, and the Mount Nebo Road, particularly we're going to talk about, was built to access that area. Now, the Diaguilar Range was named by Edmund Lockyer in 1825, and it's only the second voyage to Brisbane. And he named it after this bloke, George Diaguilar. And he wrote this book, which is nearly 200 years old. So, yeah, that's nice.
Does your physical disability preclude you from coming to the point?
Okay, Clint, I get the hint. Let's get on with the show. So, here's the Mount Nebo Road. This is what the show's about, of course. Now, Mount Nebo itself was first subdivided in about 1919. It was originally for soldier settlers coming back from World War I. Here's the Mount Nebo Road. Sorry, I shouldn't have listened to that. And if you look up here, here's a situation map of where they think Mount Nebo is, and that's actually pretty close. At about the same time, they subdivided, of course, Mount Glorious.
I am a little disappointed.
Now, Mount Glorious was subdivided at about the same time. And if you see by this map, the person who drew this map has never been to Mount Glorious and has never seen this valley, because nothing on that map is in the right place. But anyway, it's a real estate. Nothing's changed. This is in the 1920s. And these were subdivided again. Beautiful place to live, as they said. It's the better views than the Blue Mountains. You'd have to know what the Blue Mountain was to know whether that was going to work, though. So folks, here we've got a nice big high-scale LiDAR. You can see that big bowl in the middle is exactly where the Samson Vale, the Sanford granodiorite is. And of course Mount Nebo Road runs along the bottom ridge of that. I've done a bit of a zoom up on the Jollies Lookout area. The little valley you see right through the middle of that shot is actually the headwaters of Inaugural Creek. And the source is just there. I've just done a short on that just recently, so you can see that. And the geology is pretty interesting in this area. You've got a few different rock types. The pink in the middle of this one you can see here is the Samson Vale granodiorite, really. And the red in the top there is the Mount Sampson granodiorite, totally different rock. And that blue patch you can see down the bottom there is actually an andesitic intrusion at Jolly's Lookout. And I've just done a bit of a zoom up on that so you can see it. If you go up there, you can see it in the rocks. You can see andesite on the side of the roads in the cuttings. It's a really interesting area. Anyway, let's talk about the actual road, which we started out to do. So the road was built in the 1930s as a Depression years employment project. It was known as the Mount Nebo Tourist Road. And as you can see, it was just a dirt road, which is what it would have been for a long time. These were the blokes actually building it. as you can see. No steam shovels, no bulldozers, horse carts, picks, shovels and muscle. And that's an honest day's work right there. This is the sort of buildings people were living in up there. It wasn't exactly 5-star accommodation. That's a slab hut from the 1920s, I think that one is. And this bit of road here still exists, and if you have a close look at that motorcycle intro on the way, you'll see this road from the other way. But yeah, there's a Model T Ford going around the corner there, so I don't think I want to go downhill in one of those things with leather brakes. That's the road further down, obviously, when it gets coming off down towards the Enoggera Dam. But that bit of road will still be there, and I bet it looks very similar, just with a black stripe up the middle of it nowadays. And the same problems occurred on this road that occur today. Trees coming down. No chainsaws in those days, of course. You wanted to cut that up, you needed to saw it or hit it with an axe, and down she came. But yeah, that could ruin your day, especially if you lived up there. Out for a picnic, of course, and see the motorcycle behind them there. See motorcycles on the Mount Nebo Road, not a new thing. Well, they, I must admit, they're pretty quick. They are certainly pretty quick nowadays. And this is that is still there as well. That turn, you'll see it there. It's got a bit of home car around the outside now, but that's not much has changed on that road as far as its route goes. And Jolly's Lookout's always been a place to go because it is a beautiful place, and they built this up there as a shelter so you could have a picnic and have a good look around. So yeah, this is it's a beautiful road. You should go out there and drive it on a weekday's nice, because the motorcycles don't tend to be there going around you like they are, like you're parked and they're doing the speed of sound. But anyway, I think it's just a really interesting road, an interesting part of Brisbane's history, and it's also a really nice place geologically. And I'll be up there again in the next few weeks once all this rain clears out, because we've got some gold mines we've got to go and look through. And I've spotted a few that look pretty good to access, and they're not mines that I've seen other people have a look through. So we'll go up there, take the cameras, the ropes, all the gear, a few lights, and see what we can see. Anyway, until then, keep rocking. T-Rock's out.